Hey, I'm Krista. Welcome to my channel. Today's reading is about connecting to the energy of the month of July. I'm recording this at night, and this is actually the first video I've recorded at night. And I mention that only because I feel like that may be relevant to your energy in July. Maybe you're going to be doing more stuff at night. 4th of July comes up. You go out and you watch the fireworks at night. You may be going to more parties or hangouts. I don't know who's going to hangouts. Definitely not me, but that may be a word you use. I'm too old to be hanging out. Of course, I guess I'm hanging out right now. Anyway, tangent. A reminder, there will be a timestamp to the actual card pull if you want to skip this introduction of like channeled messages that come in. I felt called to put on the song Let's Get It Started by the Black Eyed Peas, which I haven't listened to in a really long time. And I felt like that was the energy of July. Like let's get it started. Let's get it going. And I feel like July is just going to be this month of big changes, big transitional changes in many different aspects of your life. Could be for some people it could literally be like every category, and others it may just be one or two. It's hard to know with a collective reading, but I feel these big transitional changes happening in July, or at least the momentum of the energy getting started. I feel like even my speech pattern right now, it's like it's coming in really really fast, whereas the last video I recorded a couple days ago, like the energy was kind of like more calm and soft paced, and this one just I feel like an engine running. And I also looked up what year let the song Let's Get It Started came out, and it was released in 2003, which is kind of crazy to think. And to think about how different the world was in 2003 kind of blows my mind. And I feel like they're bringing that up because, one, you may have a gigantic cycle wrapping up. Like a cycle that started for you in 2003 and is ending now, or like actually it's already ended and you're in a new cycle. I'm hearing like quarter life cycle, and I'm also hearing Saturn return. Like this last big cycle, like from 2003, you may have went through your Saturn return, and now I'm hearing like the good is coming. Like this is the good cycle is coming. I kept the same backdrop as I did in my last reading because I really felt that like the angels are here protecting us, and I feel like Mother Mary and Jesus are here, like this like nourishing, loving energy, and I just feel like this overall energy of protection. And I heard like nothing's gonna burst this bubble, like this bubble of like love and happiness. Like it's being protected. You have this bubble of angelic protection around you. Like I'm hearing the word surround. Like they are surrounding you. They are surrounding you in their protection. And I'm also getting the word luck. I feel like the month of July is going to be lucky. It's like 777. That number may be relevant to you. And I'm also seeing the word fertility. And again, that was in the last reading too. Like I just saw fertile grounds, like fertility, like for whatever that meant for you in your life. Okay, I feel like that is the end of the channel messages that are coming in right now, and we can move on to the cards. I pulled these cards. I have not looked at them. Well, actually, first I want to set the attention. So I'm hearing the name Noel. That may be for someone. Noel or Neil. Okay, I want to set the intention. Angels and guides, please surround us with your love and light. Please guide us to the information that will help the viewer at this time. Thank you. Whoa, okay, that came out right away. Victory. Six of Wands. Wise choices that bring public recognition and success, promotions, awards, or scholarships. And there's the sun right there, right on the card. That hot July sun. Yeah, I'm just hearing luck, like winner circle. Like the Six of Wands is they're coming back with a laurel wreath, they're coming back from victory. They're being celebrated. And I feel like you're going to have things to celebrate in July. Wow. Okay. You're just popping out right now. Seven of Wands. Stand up for yourself and your beliefs. Have confidence. Challenge those in power, but also choose your battles wisely. I feel like this is you and that you had to fight to get this victory. I'm also feeling that now that you're in this celebratory space with the Six of Wands and that you're like having this lucky streak, even though it's really not luck, it's just hard work and things that you've done to better yourself and get you into this place. And also, it's part of divine timing. And I feel that some people are seeing you in this lucky energy and they're really upset about it. Like they are this dark cloud around you and they want you to feel bad about being in this state of celebration. Like they don't want you to have success. They don't want you to get the recognition, you know? They're like why do they have it and I don't? And you may not know that these people are like this. Like you may not know that you have someone like this around you, but I feel like in the month of July you're about to find that information out because your success is going to trigger that wound in this person and you're going to see them for their true colors and you're going to see that they don't actually want to support you. And in that moment, you're going to stand up for yourself. I feel like in the past you were the type of person who wouldn't stand up for yourself. You would just kind of let people bulldoze over you, and that's not who you are anymore. And I'm hearing the phrase like if anyone tries to dull your sparkle, you're you're going to let them know. You're going to let them hear about it. I've seen the ace or the eight of wands in my head. Ooh. Wow, 10 of cups. Yeah, it's that luck. That lucky streak, the luck, the fertility. Because I like the 10 of cups. It's like to me, it's the happy family, and I feel like fertility is part of that. And Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which is coming in fast. Which July is right around the corner. Like we're here, so I feel like these things. It's interesting. It's like covering covering the conflict, ignoring it and focusing on victory, things changing for you really quick, that transition, coming in really fast, and emotional contentment and happiness. And I'm hearing a loving relationship. Maybe you're finally in a place where you're able to open yourself up to a loving relationship. And I think rainbows are a sign for you. And I really feel that July, there's going to be a lot of thunderstorms and you're going to see a rainbow and it's going to be a sign for you. It's the rainbow after the storm. And rainbows also make me think of God's promise to us. And it's like a symbol of hope. And I have a candle burning right now and it's like crackling. I don't know if it's picking up on the microphone, but it's at like the very end. There's just a little bit of wax left in this candle and I feel like that's signifying the end of this cycle that you just went through. When you have a bonfire and you go to put the like a bonfire, a campfire, and you go to put the fire out, and you still have those coals in the fire. This cycle is like the last coals in the fire before like things pick up with this Knight of Wand or pick up with this Knight of Swords energy. Should we go to these yet? Okay, no. These cards. These cards are calling me. Spirit, what do we need to know about this July energy? Highest self. Yeah, it's that rainbow, the rainbow and the sun. I feel like you've gotten to this place where you're connected to your highest self. And like I said before, it's not luck. It's all this work that you've put in. Like work that you put into yourself, doing the healing. And it's going to be different for everybody, but like if this cycle started in 2003, that's a long cycle. It's a long cycle. That's, like I said, it's like a quarter of a life, and you've been through a lot. And I feel like you've almost reached this point of enlightenment, or like this awakening within you, and you know what you want now, and the wheels turning in your favor because you're connected to your highest self. You're bringing in things that you want, like things that your highest self wants. So it feels lucky when it comes in because you're attracting what your soul wants. Let's see what the guidebook says about it. Your highest self exists outside of time. They are wise, aligned with your path and purpose, always gently supporting you and calling you toward them. They have the answer to your questions and whisper words of guidance and love. Your highest self is your guide, mentor, counselor, and is always there for you in times of need or when you're shining your brightest. And I feel like you're going to be shining your brightest in July because you're tuning in to your highest self. Like you've learned to listen to that inner voice. I just got this deck. So I'm not quite familiar with the cards. Astral travel, vital force, information, dream time, soul travel. So one, I feel like you may be have been getting or are getting information from your highest self in your dreams. You may have reached this enlightenment because you've been practicing meditation, and in your meditation you may have experienced astral traveling. And I'm connected to the words vital force, which to me means like vitality. And vitality is that to me that like powerhouse inside of yourself that it's connected to that like gut energy, your roots, sacral and solar plexus chakras. And I feel like you've connected into that, like what your gut wants, what your highest self wants. And you may have gotten that information after not have like no like you may not have known that information. You may have been someone that has worn a mask your entire life, just trying to fit in and liking what other people like, and because you just didn't really know yourself. You didn't know your plan, like you didn't even know what you wanted to do. You just kind of went with the flow, did what everybody else was doing. And I feel like that's ending now. It's ending because you know what you want. And again, because you know what you want, it's coming in and it's going to bring you that contentment. And with the moon here, thinking this may have been something that you called in during a full moon, and I'm hearing strawberry moon. I don't know when the strawberry moon was, but I don't think it was this year. I think it was 2023. I think you had a major change, like a major change, a major shakeup, like a tower moment in 2023. From then to now, you've been working on yourself, and now you're at this point. This card came out again. I think that it's the card says dream guide. I think that your guides have been helping you process this information in your dreams. And then these two, reaching for your dreams, go for it. And there's that moon again. And I really think that you did something during a full moon to call in these manifestations. You planted the seeds during this full moon, and now you're reaping the harvest. Okay, I feel called to do these now. Oh, okay. Goldfish, increase in material wealth, spiritual growth. Yeah, like the highest self. Like you've had a major spiritual upgrade. Obstacles to overcome, hills. I feel like this is like a pass card. you've overcome these obstacles and now you're in your victory, like the Six of Wands victory, wealth. And with the goldfish too, increase in material wealth. You get wealth twice, so there will be a uptick in your finances. August. Okay, so with this energy, I don't feel like it's going to start right away in July. Like I feel like it's beginning in July. Like let's get it started in July, and it's like we said, it's like an engine and building a momentum, and you might not see this harvest of like the wealth until the beginning of August. And like it might take the full month of July for you to see the actual wealth of the choices that you've been making in July. And I'm feeling like basically whatever you've manifested for yourself in July, you won't see the physical results until August. And I think that could be like that relationship too. Like maybe the example that is coming to mind, maybe you are on a dating app. Maybe you join Hinge. I don't know why that dating. I don't even know anything about dating apps, but like maybe you join Hinge in July and you start talking to someone and you don't actually go on your date until August. Or maybe you are talking with someone and you go on your like first, second date and then you don't make it an official relationship until August. Like something like that. Something like where July is just the beginning and then August is the physical manifestation of something. Carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. Yeah, I feel like again it's that you've been on this long cycle. And with the wheels here, these like rickety wheels, I'm just thinking of like you went over hills like this and it was in these rickety wheels and it was bumpy and it was rough and it was not easy. It was not an easy ride. Protected from negative forces beyond your control, cobweb. Yeah, it's like back to the beginning of the reading where like I set up the backdrop as we talked about like this bubble of protection. And I feel like these are your guides saying that you are protected during this time. And you may need reassurance of that, particularly because maybe someone else in your life or other people that you see, they're not in this phase. Like they're not in their lucky cycle. And you may think, well, they're not in their lucky cycle, so it's not going to happen to me. Like good things aren't going to happen to me if it's not happening to them. And I also feel like it's protection just from the general chaos of the world that we're in right now. Because again, like the world is just so different than it was in 2003. And I'm also hearing it's possible that someone listening to this may have been born in 2003 and you're just getting started. Like your life is just getting started. And with the carriage and the 10 of cups, I'm thinking maybe you're going to get married this summer. Like you've met your person and you're going to get married this summer and like start this fairy tale life together. But I feel that's only for one specific person. And this person may also be going into teaching. Butterfly, a change for the better. Yeah, it's this big transition that we're all going through right now. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. It's that the Seven of Wands energy, like don't let other people steal your sparkle during this time. Like people are going to get jealous. They're going to see you thriving and they're going to be upset. And that will be a cue, to know where you may need to leave certain relationships behind in this new phase. And then crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Yeah, I saw again. I see fertility, so I don't know if someone out there wants to have a baby or like again like a birth of a project. I feel like there's someone that's been trying for a really long time, and this is the turning of the wheel, the turning of the luck for you, and that you are going to conceive. May. Maybe you'll have the baby in May. I'm trying to think of July, what is 9 months from July? So you can have a cycle that starts at the end of July and like actually ovulate in August, and then you would have a due date in May. That's crazy that that came up out of all those cards. That's what came up. I'm hearing that playground song like first comes love, second comes marriage. I'm hearing that. It's also possible that whoever you end up being in a relationship with in July, August, you may conceive in May, next May, 2026. So if you are not looking to conceive, I would be careful because this feels like a really fertile time. And again, I just noticed the moon in this August card. So it's something to do with the moon. Either again, you brought these manifestations and envision them for yourself during a full moon, or this like July full moon could also be significant. Like that could be like the official turning point of the wheel. Like when things really get going. Like I'm seeing, like the ball rolling down the hill. Like that's when things really pick up speed. Something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. That could also be another symbolism for the moon, like the moon in tarot. It's about illusions and things we can't see. And this July could bring healing to those parts of you that you don't even know yet that they need to be healed. And maybe you'll have a dream. Like your guides are working with you in your dreams and they're helping you process these feelings to help you purge them so that you can become your highest self and you can become free. Nature signs. Be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We need only open our hearts and minds. Your guides and your ancestors will be showing you symbols in nature to help you, to give you like validation and confirmation and like reassurance that this is all happening. Or like they may send a specific animal that you can like look up and get advice for your path. And immediately I thought of like a groundhog. I thought of a groundhog, and then the second thing is I saw a rabbit, and rabbits again are like fertility. So you may be seeing a lot of animals. 30, 33, 33 on my timer when I said that. You may be seeing a lot of animals that are going to be signs to like help you through this transition. Go outside. It's time to go outside. Tune into the powerful peace of nature wherever you are and feel at one with your habitat. Yeah, I think that's why I was seeing the groundhog, because the groundhog is like about grounding. So nature could be really soothing for you, I'm hearing. When things are feeling a little chaotic, to go outside and ground. Like go walk outside in a park, like with your feet in the grass kind of thing. Hug a tree. I love hugging trees. Oh, that's funny. This was on the bottom of the deck. Tree wisdom. Yeah, maybe just have a day and go out and talk to the trees. I'm also hearing you may get messages in the wind. Like when you go out in nature and you're sitting amongst the trees and the wind sweeps through all the leaves and the leaves rustle. I feel like in that moment, spirit is like dropping information into you. Like you're getting downloads. Alignment. It's coming together, precision. And then again, Hagstone, energy shield, protection, inner strength. There's that protection again. So this is big. The fact that there's this continuous reminder of protection, like this is big. Whatever is happening is really big. And I really feel like it's just this awakening into your highest self. You're realizing fullest potential in July. You're realizing the person you've been you're realizing the person you've always meant to be, and it's happening in July. And I feel you're going to have more communication with your guides in July, that your clairs, like your clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, whatever it is for you, I feel like that's going to get stronger in July. With go outside, you may want to, if it's around you, you may want to travel to a sacred site. Because I'm seeing in my head it's, I think it's in Ohio, Peebles, Ohio. There's this place called Serpent Mound. And like that's what I'm seeing in my head right now. So I don't know if there's anywhere local near you, like this old sacred site, but that may be something you might be interested in doing this month or even this summer, like July and August. And with this Hagstone card, I'm thinking of you may be called to get crystals, like to work with certain crystals. Like maybe you go to a crystal shop and pick out a crystal to work with this like new energy in your life. And I'm seeing like goldfish here, maybe like a citrine or a carnelian or something that connects back to those lower chakras. Or blue. Something blue, maybe for your throat chakra. Maybe you're finally learning how to express yourself, and that's like helping you through this big change. And again, it's part of standing up for yourself, using your voice to stand up for yourself. Maybe before someone would do something and you wouldn't say anything about it. You were just like, you know what, it's not worth the conflict. It's just not worth it. But now you're going to let that person know that what they did to you and how they treated you wasn't okay. And this card is here. I'm seeing this card, stepping into power, and that is you right now. Like you have stepped into your power, and because of it, you're starting to manifest. You're starting to bring things in. I'm gonna pull this crystal cards. See, is there a crystal that may help you in this transition? Ocean Jasper. Schedule yourself in. It has that orangey tint to it. I think I have some Ocean Jasper here, actually. I think this is Ocean Jasper. Yeah. It's very earthy. It's a very earthy bead. Very grounding. So that may be why you're being called to use it. Just with the card, schedule yourself in. It's because you're making yourself your first priority. Pull one more. Oh, okay. Lapis Lazuli. Make a decision. I feel like you've already made a decision. And blue stones, throat chakra. You've made the decision already, and you've told other people about it, and some people are not happy about your decision. But you don't care. Because you've made that decision in alignment with your highest self, and you're going for it. And again, it's like, let's get started. Go for it. You started this journey, and you're going to be victorious. And you're protected. You're protected along the way. And again, your guides will be showing you signs to validate that everything's going to be okay. And it's going to be a change for the better that will bring in wealth. I'm gonna pull one more card. But I think this is the final message. Like spirits really wrapped it up for us. Whoa. Okay, spirit, I need less than that, please. Trust. The light in you cannot be dimmed. Exactly. Your sparkle cannot be dulled. Trust. Trust that this is happening for you. Have faith, my friends. And then on the very bottom of the deck here, the Magician. And I feel like the Magician is a reminder that you can manifest this. You have everything you need now to bring this into your life. Trust that it's going to happen. If you believe it, you can do it. So trust also in yourself. Trust in your highest self that you are capable of bringing this change into your life because it's going to be a big change. Thank you for being here with me today. I hope this reading has brought you clarity. If you made it this far, I would love it if you left a comment, and I'd love to get to know you. Until I meet with you in the next reading, I wish you a wonderful and blessed day. Thank you. Bye.